All right, 9.5, quadratic formula, day 2. Everybody top right. Top right where you have some space. Put down what you think the quadratic formula is.
What I know. At the top?
Somewhere. If you have it memorized, write it down.
I know that.
Boom! Twin living, what's the quadratic formula?
X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b minus 4ac.
Forgot to square your b.
b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Sweet. How many people got it right? Okay, put that in long-term memory. It's very important. Okay? Here, the book, I thought, did a great job of summarizing all the ways to solve quadratics. First, you guys learned how to factor. Okay? Graphing, square roots, completing the square quadratic formula. And I thought when to use, they gave a great explanation of when to use these. Listen, if you can understand this, you're doing a really nice job. Factoring. When the constant term is 0, basically that means when c is, I didn't realize that, but when c is 0, it's just a greatest common factor type of problem. Think about that. Or, if the factors are easily determined. Not all equations, though, are factorable. I hope you guys know that. Okay, if they're not factorable, do you remember what we called them?
Non-factorable.
Thanks, Einstein.
Salty.
No. What were they called if we weren't able to factor?
Salty.
Prime.
Yes. Salty. That's
Okay?
good.
They were not salty. So, look to factor them. You guys are pretty good factorers. Okay, if you notice they can be factored, I would choose that route. There's a couple of them that we can factor. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Graphing. A, never use graphing to solve. Their suggestion is you use it when an approximate solution is good enough. So when you just need an estimate of the answers, you would graph it. I still would never do that, but that's their suggestion. Square roots. Definitely take when to use. What they say when to use, I would use square roots when the equation can be written in the form x squared equals n. And it can only be used when the equation has no x term. When there's no x term, guys, think about it. That means b equals 0. Okay? You might shut your Chromebook, please. You're distracted. Completing the square. It can actually, the completing the square, guys, works every single time. Factoring and square roots, guys, don't work every single time. Only in specific situations. Completing the square works every single time. It's a lot of work. Their suggestion is when a is 1 and b is an even number. Why would they say when b is an even number? Why does completing the square work good when b is an even number? Because you got to take half of b. Taking half of even numbers is pretty simple.
It gives you a whole number instead of a fraction.
Correctamundo. And then the end-all, be-all is the quadratic formula. Guys, when in doubt, use the quadratic formula. If you're not sure, oh, I don't know if it factors, I don't want to graph it, I don't want to complete the square, go use the quadratic formula. I think you use the quadratic formula well over half the time. Because it can be used for any equation. It works every single time.
The other half I'd probably graph.
Say again? What? What are you saying, McNulty? All right. Look at number 1 carefully. Go back to when to use. What does the smart kid use there? No. It doesn't factor. I can't factor that. Square roots. Okay? Guys, look at it. There's no x term, so you're going to use square roots here, which means isolate your x squared and then square root both sides. Okay? Everybody add 6 to both sides. 2x squared equals
Second square root
6.
of 3.
2x squared equals 3. Okay? Take the square root of both sides. That's why this works. X equals
1 and 7,300.
50%, McNulty.
Plus minus.
Thank you. What was it rounded to 2 decimal spots?
1.73.
1.73. Plus minus. Don't forget when you take the square root of both sides, guys, you got to account for the positive and negative.
Okay.
Hey, what if we didn't recognize this was square roots and we did the quadratic formula?
That would work.
guess what the answers would be?
1.73 and negative.
You get the same answers. Okay? Which one's faster? Would you guys rather do square roots like we did here, or would you guys rather do the whole quadratic formula?
I'd rather graph it.
Oh, God. All right. You get the same answers. All right, look at the next one.
I'm just gonna plot it.
I'll just graph that.
What's the best way to do it, people?
Quadratic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's factorable. I'm not going to graph it. Definitely quadratic formula. Go.
Oh.
And Sonaro, if that makes sense what your brother showed you, do it that way all the time because basically it still works.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I will not. And if I take off on a test or quiz, remind me, hey, this is the way we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, here we go.
Okay, alright, okay.
Briggs, what are A, B, and C at number 2?
6, 13, and 19.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna do b squared. We're gonna find the what's that word called, guys? We're finding first. You guys,
Discrimination.
discriminant. Everybody say it. Guys, everybody say it.
Discriminant.
Discriminant. B squared. Use parentheses. Minus 4 times 6 times negative 17. I know it's 169. It's gonna be plus.
408. What are you saying?
Is that 408? Somebody verify that. I don't trust Cubon at all.
571. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
408. Way to go, Cubon. Adding them together is what?
577.
577. Somebody verify that. So what does that mean when the discriminant is 577? What does that tell us? Why do we do that? Anybody?
See how many solutions there
What does it mean, Nico? What is it?
are. There's 2 solutions.
Yeah, we know there's 2 real solutions. Let's find them now. X equals negative 13
Plus or minus the square root of 577.
all over 12. 2 A's. Calculators out. You're going to be typing in a lot of stuff in your calculators, guys. Let's turn this bad boy on. Square root of 577.
I didn't bring my calculator.
Out.
I did. I actually did. I was kidding.
It's going to get rid of you, buddy.
You don't need a calculator when you graph all the equations.
Nobody likes a wise guy. 24.02. Is that the square root of 577, people?
Yeah.
All over 12. Okay? So now, again, you're going to use your calculator. Negative 13 plus 24.02 equals, divided by 12, equals 0.92. Did somebody else get 0.92?
In the homework, it only rounded to 1 spot.
Yeah. Round to 2. If you round to 1, that would be totally fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I think it's a little more accurate when you round to 2 decimal spots. And then do negative 13 minus 24.02 equals, divided by 12, equals
Yes.
negative 3.09?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
I got 15.
Quadratic formula. Again, are you hitting equals after you're
Oh,
do the top part?
I'm just
Because-
curious.
Guys, do you guys know why Alex's calculator messes it up?
Yeah.
Do you guys understand what it does?
Yeah.
Look how Alex types it in. He goes negative 13 plus 24.02 divided by 12. Guess what his calculator does first?
Divides by 12, then adds it.
Yeah, it divides by 12 and then it adds negative 13 to it. So if you're going to type, what you need to do, Al, is type in negative 13 plus 24.02 equals, and then hit divided by 12.
Or I'll just get a new calculator.
What's that?
Or I'll just get a new calculator.
Can't you just put in parentheses?
Yeah, you can put in parentheses would stop that
Oh,
from
yeah.
happening.
Everyone does that.
But guys, what I do with my calculator when I use it, after I do something, I hit equals, and that'll help the situation as well. All right, jump to the back. You guys are doing great. Don't blurt it out. Look at number 3.
That's like a graph.
Raise your hand.
Completing square.
Ouch.
Raising your hand.
Ouch.
I would not complete the square.
Kevin.
Completing the square, guys, I don't think I'd ever use that one.
Something we have to do the X.
You guys are actually pretty good at it, though.
Look at Kevin.
McNulty,
Backwards.
guys, look at it. Always look to factoring. Watch this. Let's review factoring again. X squared becomes x and x. Can somebody come up with factors of negative 15 that make 2?
5, 3.
5 and negative
5 and negative 3. Good job with your signs, Al. So, watch this. X, x, positive 5 minus 3 equals 0.
3 or negative 5. I wasn't even.
Boom!
I was.
Factoring is so fast. If
It's ridiculous.
you recognize it, what if we would have done the quadratic formula, people?
One take forever.
We would have got the same answer.
What if we would have completed the square? Last period wanted to complete the square.
They crazy.
They
Okay.
dumb.
They got the same answer. Takes too long.
They must be tripping.
How do you complete the score again?
Oh gosh. Do not ask dumb questions.
How do you?
There are no dumb questions. Just dumb people ask
Just dumb people that ask questions. Take half the middle, square it, add it to both sides, factor the left side, take the square root of both sides, plus
questions.
my,
That takes
yeah, I'm not a big fan
forever.
of completing the square either, Al.
And there's
But you need to know how to complete the square for
quadratics.
no,
I'm never gonna do it.
no,
Graphing.
maybe for algebra 2. Accelerated or regular. There's like 2 months where all you do is complete the square.
Oh, that's.
Conic sections.
I didn't sign up.
All right, 4. Everybody make a decision.
Quadratic.
I think
Formula.
go. Probably.
What do you think, Nico?
I won.
Quadratic formula.
Quadratic formula. It doesn't factor. There's no factors of 4 that make 7. Okay? It's not an even. I don't like it. I don't like completing the square when it's an odd number because you're going to take 7 halves and square that and add it to both sides. So the heck with it. When in doubt, go right to the quadratic formula. Okay? Find that determinant first. Let's see. First of all, A is 1, B is negative 7, and C is 4. The discriminant would be negative 7 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4, 49 minus 16. Anybody else get 33 for the discriminant?
I think so.
I got 30.
33?
I got 33.
Oh, what is wrong with that?
My favorite number, by the
4
way.
times 4 is
CTW. Okay, so that means there's 2 real solutions. Let's find them.
Okay.
7 plus or minus the square root of 33
all over 2.
divided by 2.
What, dude?
Notice, once we find that discriminant, guys, we don't have to do that 4a, the b squared minus 4ac in there because we've already done it. Work smarter, not harder.
5.75.
74.
4.
We're not around
Yeah.
also.
My B.
7,
Second.
4.
5.74. 7 plus or minus 5.74, all divided by 2. Cubine, carefully type that in. 7 plus 5.74 equals,
6.
divided by 2, equals 6.37.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Yeah.
And the other one is 7 minus 5.74 equals, divided by 2, equals, what's the other solution, guys?
0.63.
0.63. Boom.
Loved it.
Guys, when in doubt, what do we do?
Okay, quadratic formula.
When in doubt, do the quadratic formula. Right? All right. Look at 5.
Dig
First-
up the root.
First of all, we got to move that 12 over. Yeah, everybody do that. X squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0.
Yeah.
Which way?
Slow.
Factoring.
Factoring. The factors. Somebody give me factors of 12 that make 4.
Yeah.
Negative 6 and 2.
Negative 6 and 2. Very good. X minus 6 times x plus 2
Boom.
equals 0. X equals 6 or negative 2. Look how much faster factoring is than the quadratic formula. If we did the quadratic formula, would we get the same answers?
Yeah.
Who said maybe? You would get the same answer. There's no maybe about it.
On the test, I just do
No if,
all quadratic
no
formula.
and.
You can, yes. Not sure if you'll get done, but
I want to
Good.
complete this.
all right. This next one, I'm not sure if it's a typo or what, but it looks like it's a perfect square trinomial, but it's not. That minus sign messes everything up. So this is not factorable. If it's not factorable, guys, what do we have to do?
Complete square or graph it.
I would go quadratic formula. Never graph.
Oh.
Keep on.
I mean,
Never graph.
Well, B isn't even on
Quadratic
this, so I can
formula
I
graph.
Yes,
just to get some extra practice.
you can, but when you divide everything by 4, you get an odd number, so it doesn't really work out.
So we're only using.
Oh, yeah.
We're only really
So go
using
quadratic formula, guys.
We're only really using 4 of these.
Yeah, I wouldn't graph.
Why?
A's 4, B's negative 20, and C is negative 25. Okay, so the determinant, no, the discriminant. Have I been called the discriminant or the determinant?
Discriminant.
Discriminant, right? Determinant is something totally different. We're going to do that later.
Okay. hold
We're
on.
doing the discriminant.
This year?
Oh, yeah.
We have to do
Negative 20 squared minus 4
Ooh.
times 4 is negative 25. That's it, 400. Oh,
It's positive.
400 plus 400.
It's just a typo for everyone to.
I think it was a typo, possibly. But did anybody get the discriminant to be 800?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So we know there's 2 real solutions. Let's find them. X equals 20 plus or minus the square root of 800 all over 8. 2 A's.
square root of 800 is 28.28.
What's the square root of 800?
28.28.
28.28.
28.
28.28? Interesting. Excuse me. Divided by 8. Hank is typing that in.
That is so fun to say.
48.28.
So fun.
20 plus 28.28 equals divided by 8. 6.04?
Yeah.
Somebody verify that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
20 minus 28.28 equals divided by 8, 1.04. Is it negative? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Negative 1.04 and 6.04. Griggs better or not?
Yeah.
Totally lying to me.
Let's do our homework now. We don't have to do the last.
Yeah.
All right, if you don't want to do the last one, get your homework.
No. What? That's our
I didn't,
homework.
use B squared, or I use B plus or minus like the square root.
You didn't do the discriminant?
I